Hey everybody, welcome back to Overland, Florida. I'm Kevin. I'm out here at the Liverpool boat ramp out on the Peace River. I got my boat right here. I'm here with my buddy Alan. He's got his Gheenoe LT25. We're about to launch and we are actually getting ready to go camping on the shore of the Peace River. So this is what I'm going to be working with tonight. I got my brand new engine, 20 horsepower. I finished my sea decking all the way throughout the boat. Got my new grab bar. But most importantly, I remembered a camp chair. Camp chair, sleeping bag is supposed to be about 65 degrees tonight. Got 2 bags of firewood, and the nice thing about having the firewood is it adds some weight to the boat, evens it out, so it's not going to be so bouncy with only one person in the back, and a full tank of gas and the battery. Let's see, got the cooler loaded up, some water, some alcoholic beverages for later. Got the straw hat for the sun. Up here in the front, I have all my Coast Guard stuff, life jackets, fire extinguisher, extra whistles, stuff like that. And right here, I pretty much got everything I'm gonna need tonight just in this one little bin right here. I got some blankets, I got some jackets for later in case I get cold. Got this Blue Yeti Max Oak battery bank right here. It's gonna keep my camera charged, my phone going. Got fire starter stuff, bug spray, and we're gonna be hammock camping tonight. So I got my hammock system in here. I got some cooking utensils, some plates, stuff like that. And I got a shovel for digging a fire hole. Stuff like that. So that's how I'm gonna be set up tonight. And I'm gonna give Alan a few minutes to get ready and we'll go check out his boat. So here's Alan's Gheenoe LT25. It's about 1.5 years old. Got all the camping gear in there, as you can see. He's got a new Yamaha 25 horsepower 4-stroke. Nice big casting deck on the back and on the front. So we launched the boats, no issues. Liverpool boat ramp is a really nice boat ramp, highly recommend it. FWC was there. I feel like it's a pretty safe place to leave the trucks overnight. So what we're doing now is we're just idling out to the river, and once we get to the river we can get on plane. This trip is actually going to be about 35 miles total. From here we're going to go upstream about 7.5 miles. There's a nice sandy beachy area and we're going to set up camp there. Just north of that there is an abandoned camp, actually an abandoned cabin that we can actually check out, and we are actually allowed to camp there. So we're going to check that out. Not going to camp there tonight. That's probably going to be more of like a foul weather. If a storm comes, it's a safe place to go camp. It is right on the river. You can beach the boats right there and everything. And then from there, we're gonna wake up in the morning and we're gonna go all the way up to Arcadia, Nocatee boat ramp. We're gonna see if we can make it all the way there. We're also gonna scout out some areas for fossil hunting because not this month, next month, I have an event or a thing set up on Facebook for fossil hunting on the Peace River. So everyone's gonna bring their little boats out, their tiny boats, and we're gonna do some fossil hunting, find some shark's teeth and some stuff like that. So we're gonna scout out places that we can do that. Yeah, Peace River is 110 miles long, and we're just at the end of it where it goes out into the Gulf. So we're just gonna enjoy it, film some stuff, have a nice camp. We got firewood, we got everything we need for tonight. We got some food to heat up, and other than that, man, we're just gonna film it, enjoy it. Should be really good weather. Like I said, I think the low tonight is like 65, and it's supposed to be really foggy in the morning, so we'll get to wake up and see all the fog. And of course, we're not gonna get out in the water until the fog clears off. But anyway, I'm gonna stop talking and we're gonna start boating. So like I said, we're just gonna check out future camping spots. So here's a nice little beach area. Looks like a pretty popular place to camp. It's already got a rope swing. Prime location. Got a grill. It's actually a really nice area. There's just places like this scattered all up and down the Peace River. Like I said, it's 110 miles long. It's just endless opportunities for fishing and swimming, kayaking. So maybe about 1.5 miles north of the last place we just stopped, there's this old trestle right here. And as you can tell, it's a hangout spot. There's a lot of rope springs over there on the other side, and there's boards nailed to this pole right here, so you can climb up and jump off the bridge. Looks like a really popular spot during the summer when it's hot. So we're just gonna keep going upriver. So I don't know if you can see it swimming, but right there's an alligator. It just went under. And there's another one right over, oops. Pulled the cord of the engine. First alligator that we've seen. Right there. This is another shallow part. I've only hit 2 sandbars so far. I didn't remember to bring a long sleeve shirt, so I have this off to my watch. It's probably like a 4.5 foot alligator. It's nothing big. We've seen a lot of birds. Not much of anything else though. Other than being a little overcast, it is a beautiful day. We should be coming up really close to the sandbar where we're gonna camp tonight. Yeah, it's really shallow right here. The water's just so dark. It's just dark enough where you just can't see it. And there's 2 alligators right there on that tree. Little baby ones. So a 6.5 foot gator just went down over there. But yeah, there was about 3 or 4 gators over there, but dude, that water was like 8 inches shallow. Yeah, I was on plane and I was like, awesome gator, but I gotta keep going. There's gonna be more gators. But yeah, it was shallow for a good like 300 yards where I had the motor tilted up and I could feel the bottom of the motor cutting through the sand. That's how shallow we were going. And we were still going probably what, 18 miles an hour? Just cruising. These little boats are awesome. But yeah, there's all kinds of gators scattered through here, but we just can't stop and video them all because it's pretty shallow. There's a little deep spot right here, but when we stopped, all the alligators went underwater. I think I got the weight perfect with these bags of firewood. Like, it's not bouncing or choppy at all. Sometimes when it's just me and I don't have the grab bar to hold on to, the front of the boat just, you know, slaps the water when you're trying to get on plane. So this is a spot we picked on Google Maps, sight unseen, and it's a really nice sandy beach area probably to hang out for the day, but there's no good trees for hammock camping. So we might have to just continue up the river and find a good spot. So this is a pretty large sandbar. We actually think we're gonna end up making it work. We're gonna have a nice fire over here on the sandy part, and then we're gonna set the hammocks up here in the tree line. But it's still pretty early. It is only 3:41 in the afternoon, so we have a couple more hours of daylight. So we're just gonna keep trucking on. We're gonna go up the river a few more miles and turn around and come back. Hopefully nobody takes this campsite, but it's a Monday night, so I doubt anybody will be out here. So we haven't even made it a mile. It is really shallow still. Although the sun decided to come out, so we're enjoying that. Mosquitoes are out in full force too. I don't know if you can see on the GoPro, but that's about probably 16 inches right there. But what a beautiful day. I haven't seen any more alligators. But we're just gonna go up a little bit further. It's probably gonna get really shallow again. And then we're gonna turn around and go set up camp before it gets dark. So we made it pretty far, a lot further than I thought we would. This is pretty deep, and we're going slow mainly because there's just a lot of stumps and logs that tumble in the water whenever it rains, and they get lodged in weird places, so we just don't want to bend a prop. But we're also looking for really good places to go fossil hunting, because we're coming back out here with the sifters and the shovels, and we're gonna go fossil hunting. So I'm looking for like gravelly parts of the river. That's good signs for shark's teeth and other fossils. So far I've just seen a lot of muck like back here, and a lot of white sand, so hopefully we see some gravel beds soon. So this whole bank right here is all limestone, so we're probably gonna get closer to areas good for shark's teeth, but that also means limestone in the riverbed for boat propellers. It's a pretty good sized gator right there. And we've run aground. Yeah, you gotta absolutely hug the outside of that turn. So we're starting to run really skinny again. It's really shallow. And we probably should turn around soon so we can set up camp in the daytime. But there's a big beach up here on the right we're gonna check out. The only problem is there's really no trees, so we're still gonna check it out. So we came to the conclusion this is a really good tent spot. But it's about 5:35 and we're gonna start heading back to our campsite. That way we can find it in the daylight. Luckily it shouldn't take as long going downriver, but we get to look at this awesome sunset the whole way back. The sun's starting to set, but luckily we only got about 10 more minutes until we get to that nice little beachy area. So we made it to camp, got cooking station set up. There's Alan's boat, there's mine. Got a nice little fire pit right here, right on the little beach. We got some turkey visitors gobbling around. And over here in this tree line, so we're gonna set up the hammocks. So what are you cooking tonight?
Stand by. Honey sriracha, fresh from Publix.
Publix.
The best. Double wrap it. Should be good. Onward to a boil. Mm-hmm.
Woo! It looks delicious.
Tell me when. Oh, it's gonna go on the pork.
That's fine. So it's about 8 o'clock in the morning. I think I finally went to bed about 4 o'clock this morning. So got about a 3-hour nap in. It was super foggy about all night long. The fog's starting to burn off now. We went upriver yesterday just about as far as we want to go. And today we're actually gonna go all the way, maybe all the way out into the Gulf. I'll tell you what, this is so peaceful. The fog's starting to burn off. It's about 8:30, 8:35 in the morning. We got about 3 hours to kill until the restaurant opens up. So we're just gonna take it nice and slow. We've seen a few alligators. Lots of birds. So we're still on the Peace River. We basically made it from Nocatee, Florida, all the way out to Port Charlotte. And right over there is I-75. So if you're familiar with that area, if you're looking at Google Maps, we went from I-75 just about all the way to the Nocatee boat ramp. So now we're just gonna look at the fancy houses and head back to Navigator's Bar, right by Liverpool boat ramp. So we just left Navigator Grill and I got the fish and chips. It was delicious. We also got gator tail as an appetizer and it did not disappoint. So if you ever find your way over this way, go ahead and stop in. It's kind of like one of the only really restaurants to choose from over here, so you don't really have a choice, but the fish and chips were delicious. And we are headed back to the ramp. Hopefully our trucks are still there. And we'll see you guys there. The wind's starting to pick up, so I'm sure it's gonna sound really horrible on the audio. So So here's both the boats. They did fantastic. We had great weather. I think the low last night was like 60 degrees. I did end up sleeping on the front of the boat. It was actually pretty comfortable. Maybe just bring a sleeping pad next time. But we're gonna go ahead and put our gear away, and just want to say thank you everybody for watching the video. If you could, give it a thumbs up so we can bump these videos up and get some more views. And thanks to Alan for inviting me to this trip.